Welcome back to another video where today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing this Lexus Lfa from the brand One Model or Model 1, which is a sister company to Focal Horizon. You can see the packaging, the blue to match the blue of the Lfa, the Tiffany blue. On the back it's got the rear quarter of the Lfa with the tail light, really cool packaging. You can see the top, the logo and the name, and also the name on the front as well. All the information and everything on the bottom, which is your standard for these models. I quite like the packaging, nice and simple, nice and basic. With the model coming on your standard plastic base plate with the red stitching around the white background. Really cool, nice and simple, and shows the model off perfectly well. You can see the base plate at the front with the Lfa, the One Model logo and the individual number as well, so you can pause it if you do want to see that. The model is held onto the base with 2 screws, like I say, which is pretty much standard for all of these models, 1 or 2 screws usually. But again, you can see the nice contrast to the Tiffany blue, which is really... This is my first time checking out this brand, so I was super excited to get the model off the base and in hand. You can see the colour, really nice, and the paint application as well, really well done, nice and smooth, no blemishes, and applied very evenly. The Lexus badge at the front, nice and crisp, maybe a little bit too big, but again, still nice and crisp. The wheels do spin fairly well, with nice big brake calipers and discs behind them. And there is a little bit of detail on the interior in the centre console and a little bit on the dashboard as well. If you caught a glimpse of the packaging, this model does have an opening bonnet, and the little gap at the front you might think, oh, the bonnet doesn't close quite right, but at the same time this Lexus or the Lexus Lfa does actually have a little gap at the bonnet for an air scoop, which is quite cool, and obviously this model does match it. The vents on the front also are really cool as well, but we'll see that a bit later on in the video. You can see the rear tail lights very nicely detailed with the Lfa writing and also the Lexus badge on the rear as well. Really nicely done. And the mirrors do have the decals, which again adds to the level of realism. Like I say, this model in hand is really nice, feels nice and premium, and you will see the model does roll at the end of the video. Underneath the model you can see it's held on by 3 screws. If you did want to wheel swap it, it's fairly easy to wheel swap. You just take the base plate off, swap the wheels, and screw it back up, and it's all sorted. Now I'm just using a little opening tool to open the bonnet, and as you can see it's got 2 pieces of tape either side. That's just to hold down the bonnet when it's in packaging. It doesn't damage the paint or anything like that, and most models with opening parts do have that, just to stop the parts opening and damaging in packaging. You can see the engine nicely detailed with a nice amount of depth. I would like to see maybe a little bit more detail, but again, for the price point of around £25, this is the level of detail you will get with the engine. Really nicely done and super detailed. Nice logo on the top of the engine as well. Again, nice level of depth in there. And as you can see, the bonnet does open quite far. One of my favourite things on this model is the fact the vents on the bonnet are actually see-through, and you can see all the way out the top of them, which is really cool that they've managed to get that feature on this model. Really adds to the level of premium feel and look to this model as well. And as you can see, it sits really nicely. Obviously you can't see much when the bonnet is closed, as it's obviously all black in there, but with the bonnet open you can see all the way through the vents. The tail lights nicely proportioned. They are maybe on a bit of a big side, but they've got some nice depth and nice detail in them, and same as the headlights as well. Nice depth and nice detail, and that goes for the whole model. The vents around the side really nicely detailed and got some great depth to them. They haven't added some fake vents or anything. They all are very nice and deep, which is really cool to see. You can see the engine a bit closer, again nicely detailed, and the red seat on the interior is a nice contrast overall to the Tiffany blue on the model. You can see it sits really nicely, and like I mentioned, the model does roll as well, so if that's something you are looking for, this model has that. And like I mentioned before, this model does have a good level of detail on the interior, with the centre console having the nice gold plating, and also the dashboard has got a fair amount of detail as well. If you're looking for a Lexus Lfa model with a good amount of detail and a model that rolls, I'd highly recommend this one, as the level of detail is really good, especially for the price point.